He is doing the Shadman defense right now. We should not be okay with that. We should not be okay with that. You're acting like a cow, Synthetic Man. Anytime you get pushback on a review of yours, which aren't that good, you crash the out and say that there's like a paid campaign by billion-dollar companies to try and put you down. Like, dude, you made a narcissistic audience because you act like a narcissist. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Nobody goes, yeah, hermaphrodite pornography is only hot with anime. No one says that it isn't into it real. That's not a real thing. He crashed out over $1. If that's not a Lolcow, I don't know what is. So Synthetic Man's just being like, well, bro, you get called this like all the time. You should just be used to it. Like, dude, you get called a grifting retard and you crash out about it like every 12 minutes. Shouldn't you get used to it by now? Like, Christ.
What? You're suing a man and you end it with a fucking dog hitting a fucking drum! Oh, I'm fucking mad.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Listen, I need to talk about what's going on here. I was right about Synthetic Man. Back during his Fallout video crash out, I was right. You can take a look at the comments. There's hundreds of people saying I'm a soy cuck libtard and that I'm a consumer and Synthetic Man's a genius and all these people were coming to me and trying to do this shit.
Synthetic Man is?
No, it's not weird. Andy Pants tries to hide it. Synthetic Man at least wears it on his sleeve. You know, I've hated Synthetic Man for a while, and I've just found him to be funny, and I kept saying this guy's a Lolcow. This guy's a Lolcow. This guy's a Lolcow. This guy's a Lolcow. And I kept saying it and kept saying it. People kept saying he's not a Lolcow. He's a genius. He's this. He's that. He's gonna change the world. He's really speaking on behalf of the gamers and all this fucking bullshit. All the bullshit EFAP got way before I even got involved in the Synthetic Man A-logging game. Like, we all got shit for calling Synthetic Man a cow, and you are now seeing how right myself, Mauler, and others are about him. How much of a fucking tard Synthetic Man is. And all of you people that are running away from Synthetic Man because he decided to have a VTuber on stream and he won't disavow Lolicon. Bro, it was written on the walls. He was going to do that. Like, it was obvious. Ooh, we're going to go over how this started. Where Null went over the basics of the drama. Then it went into the update where Null covered him again. By the way, shout out to Matt at the internet. Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms. Never thought I'd say that. But Null covers it in depth. Then him and Null have an exchange over emails, and Null leaks the email. Synthetic Man doesn't like it at all. And then we have a final video. Now, chat, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail before this. That's the thumbnail for this video. These are the kinds of fans that we're dealing with Synthetic Man fans. There's one video that is an hour long talking about how important Synthetic Man is. These fans are delusional. They're crazy. They are like QAnon level fucking dipshits. Like we're dealing with actual idiots. You guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this.
Are you 5'3"?
No, I'm not 5'3". Driver's license says 6 foot, baby. Driver's license 6 foot, baby. I stand over Keemstar. He's a fucking midget compared to me. Anyways, let's get into Null covering the initial drama.
Let me be absolutely 100% clear about this. I have no idea when I'm talking about when I play these clips. This is my understanding of this, okay? This is my understanding of this broad strokes. There is a guy on YouTube called Synthetic Man, and it is my understanding that
Null has kicked a proverbial beehive. like Null has kicked beehives before constantly in like way worse communities, right? But there's like something purely insufferable about the Synthetic Man fans. They are the most annoying group of people out of any fan base imaginable. Like, at least Andy Pants' fans don't fucking chirp. They don't chirp. They don't answer. They don't talk. Like, they just let Andy get brutally and verbally raped by other creators and don't defend Andy. Synthetic Man, on the other hand, has this insane group of people that will defend him no matter what. It's essentially like dealing with Keffels' community, but without the deplatforming. Just insufferable retards.
Man is a wholesome heckin' chutterino that a lot of people like.
I wouldn't call him a wholesome hecking chutterino, Null. Me and you both know he likes the food of cock porn, dude. He ain't wholesome. He likes he won't disavow lolly. He's into food of cock roleplay. He's into food of cock artwork. Like, bro, he ain't wholesome. He ain't no wholesome chungus, brother.
However, he seems to have done something to upset his community. This thread, which is the synthetic man appreciation thread in multimedia, so it's not a Lolcow thread, has seen...
It really should have been converted into a Lolcow thread. It should be. It really should be. The only reason people like Synthetic Man is because he says Jews are bad on his video without, like, anything else. Or he'll be like, black people are evil. That's the only reason why people think he's based. They don't look deeper into like what he does and how he articulates his points for people to actually understand why this guy's a lolcow. Okay?
Dozens of people join in the last week or two to talk about him. And even though I'm like manually approving all their posts because they're new users and we have a filter, I have no idea what's going on. Here is my understanding.
Listen, I don't care if he means that shit. I can't care because it's freedom of speech, whatever. But like, the only reason people liked him is because he said that. It wasn't anything deeper than that. Yeah, it's like Hassan. He says the things that terminally online retards on the internet will eat up and just completely defend no matter what because he says the right thing. That's what he does.
Synth is like an anti-person. He's like trad, chudley, and that's why he has a fan base. He recently interviewed Sven Stoffels.
It's just like, because Null is trying his hardest. This is like before Null got ingrained into the Synthetic Man fucking universe and shit. I feel so bad for Null. He has no idea what kind of person you're dealing. Null, you have no idea what kind of person you're dealing with, bro.
The topic of the Kiwi.
At least back then. Now I think Null has an idea because this email exchange that Synthetic Man emailed Null about after falsely accusing Null of being a pedophile, it's not going well anymore. Killjoy, you're my favorite person. You're my favorite person. My favorite person in the world.
Forums came up from what someone has told me. I've not seen it myself. And someone actually asked me to get in touch with him to do an interview, which right now, because of his situation, I'm not leaning towards doing. So here's what I get is that he has an audience that is like pro anime, pro free speech, and I think that
that's the problem, is that you're mixing pro anime and pro free speech people, dude. The anime people and the pro free speech people don't always align on stuff all the time, right? So when the anime people go, hey, Lolicon is valid and jerking off the children is valid, or depictions of children is valid, and the free speech people are like, whoa, bro, that's pedophilic. It doesn't really jive well together. A conservative person, a man who like cares about American values or American law or whatever, if you show them a picture of a Lolicon anime fucking weirdo femboy thing and go, hey, that's awesome. If somebody says that to them, they're going to go, you're a pedophile. Like they're just going to say it.
He's anti-anime himself. And I'll read the chat because I actually don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going off of notes. For some reason, he recently did like a turn on the anime question, and this has upset a great number of his own viewers. Okay, he's not okay, I got that wrong. He is not a self-proclaimed con, but his audience is cons. He made the argument that art shouldn't be illegal, and so he's made a pro free speech defense, which includes con as a general law.
So basically it's cutting it out. Essentially what Null's trying to say, like he's stating here, is that he tried to make an argument that there's he made a pro free speech, pro free expression, libertarian argument in regard to Lolicon, which you're a pedophile if you do that. Like there's no, I'm sorry, you like jerking off the children. There's no argument for me there.
Libertarian thing. He also made a video, and I think this is the actual point of contention. He made a video talking about how people who are anti-Lolicon are in fact the real because they're so.
Oh my God, he's using the pedophile argument. Well, if you have a problem with Lolicon, if you have a problem with people jerking off to depictions of children, maybe you're the pedophile. The dumbest argument of all time is to keep lobbing that in people's faces, thinking that's going to work.
Obsessed, and they're saying little kids in cartoons, and that's indicative of mental illness, which is a very, like, that's like the typical con thing. He is, but okay, so he's personally, but he's like a Lolbert. Okay, I got you. Someone posted this in the stream.
He's not a lulbert. This dude believes all of the shit he says, bro. And then he also will backtrack if his audience starts to attack him. But he'll criticize other people of being, of people being, what's the word I'm looking for here? He's audience captured. But anytime that a product comes out and someone says, hey, that's a good product, and he hates it, he turns around and accuses them of being audience captured and audience cocked. So basically, he's just a hypocrite. He's a massive hypocrite that will go with the flow of the audience, just like Andy.
Maybe you shouldn't call kids the English word for candy, if you don't want the art of kids' forms in lewdness to be rightfully mocked as well as you for the that you are. Listen.
Synthetic Man is talking about he's giving a defense to Lolicon or a libertarian argument to Lolicon.
I've already given my take on this. It's pretty neutral because I think it is, as much as I hate to side with leftists on certain shit, the saying, a drawing of what
wait,
is, yes.
Stop, let's upgrade our shit. Right.
Do you hear that guy? He's just like, hey. You're starting to sound like a Lolicon. You're starting to sound like a Lolicon. Hey. Let's make sure we upgrade our stuff. Don't go down that pipeline. Don't go down that pipeline. Don't do it. Like his friend is trying to save him.
Right now.
This dude, what a hero. He's like, wait a second, this guy I'm streaming with the bro.
Oh my, no, so based. He picked up on it too. He's like, oh, whoa.
Gear check? Can we get a gear check? We have to check our gear real quick, bro. Come on, settle down real quick. We gotta check the gear, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, continue on. Just
No,
okay, never mind. Keep making your mistake. Keep making that mistake, sir.
Truth to this, but I feel like the argument, the type of thing is, it's a complicated argument because on the one hand, it depends on if you're trying to argue from a perspective of, should you make drawings illegal, which is an...
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying, oh my god, dude. Drawings illegal. Bro, the depictions of these drawings are children in scantily clad outfits or being fucked. There is no in between there. That should be illegal. If you are drawing children getting fucked, that should be illegal. He is doing the Shadman defense. Right now, we are listening to him do the Shadman defense. Nobody is saying all drawings. This is the problem, right? Like, he'll take things to the extreme where he's like, well, you have to take the argument of, like, what are we going to do? Make all drawings illegal? It's like, no, we just want the Lolicon to be illegal. We want that to be illegal. We no longer want that. We want that gone from good American society. No more.
Extremely huge slippery slope. You'd have to
be right there.
It's not a slippery slope to ban what can be used as child porn, or at least a vehicle for somebody to get off on a child, even depicted as a anime character or not. We should not be okay with that. We should not be okay with that at all. Like that should not be a thing that society is okay with. That's where the line should be where it is. Like, stop it.
Said being against Lolicon makes me more vulnerable to fascist leaning.
What?
It was cringe.
Huh? I once had a friend who said being against Lolicon makes me more vulnerable to fascist leanings. Is your friend a conservative or a liberal? That sounds like a liberal talking point.
I think you should stop talking.
No.
No way. Hold on. Did you hear that?
Depends on if you're trying to argue from
Of course it was a liberal.
perspective of, should you make drawings illegal, which is an extremely huge slippery slope. You'd have to
be right there. I think you should stop talking.
I think you should stop talking before Null kicks in. Do you hear his friend going, "Can you please stop talking?" Like, what are you doing? Why are you going? Why are you doing this? Why are you continuing down this path right now? Stop. It's like, it's like, please stop. Just stop. Before you hurt yourself, just stop it.
No.
Never mind. He was in control the entire time.
That is important.
I think you should stop. I'm gonna be complete. I think you should stop.
I can't. Null's laugh is infectious as fuck sometimes. Like, he keeps saying, "Synth, stop." He's like, "Please, stop it." You're Synth, stop making the argument that pedophiles make. Stop it. Please stop. What is this? Oh, Zoltan got it too? All right. We're going to do it after this.
Thomas,
I'm
I'll
not
talk about
trying to
anything.
save you. You don't need
There's
this
nothing to
online.
save.
There are
What's his name?
I'm not.
I'll
I
talk
think you should
before.
stop. I'm gonna be complete. I think you should stop.
I know, because you're a coward, Davis.
Davis? 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 That's a weird name.
Because you're a coward. His friend's like, hey, you're making pedophile arguments. You're making lolicon arguments. Hey, maybe stop. He's like, no, you're just a coward. Listen, sometimes saying things just because you can say them doesn't mean that's a good thing.
Davis.
I'm not
I'll talk about
trying to
anything.
save you. You don't need
There's
this
nothing
online.
to save.
There are certain things you don't need to talk about
Comments.
online.
Okay.
Lolicon is something you probably just don't need to talk about online.
Dude, his friend is so based.
Well, let me just tell you, a shit ton of people have already. And unfortunately, it's related to my line of work.
Wait, a shit ton of people have already talked about Lolicon, so that just opens the window for you to be like, yes, draw those children. Like how the fuck does that work?
Just read the chat.
One of us has been drinking.
Dude, he reads the the whole reason that this happened. Do you realize why Synthetic Man did the rant that you just did? Do you recognize why Synthetic Man just did what he did there? Because a random chatter brought it up to him, and he is about to ruin a section of his audience with one conversation because of one chatter. He got one guy.
Has been drinking a bottle of wine.
This is like Chris Chan level shit.
The other one's completely sober. So let's think about that, okay? You should not talk about this.
I feel like this is gonna be something. This is a problem. Like, the chat is not one person, obviously, because I always see whenever the subject comes up, there's debates in chat. But it's
You don't have to engage in the debate. You don't have to engage with the people defending Lolicon or asking you about Lolicon in your chat. You don't have to engage with it.
one of those things where the people who are the most vehemently against are always actual, which should tell you.
There it is. People that are the most against pedophiles are pedophiles. Lolicon talking point right there. It's done. Signed, sealed, delivered. He's fucked. It's over. It's done. Right there. That sentence alone. It's over.
Something.
10 years ago.
Here we
Thousands
go.
of years ago, during the Great Gamergate War, there was a Kotaku editor
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Null, for giving us a history lesson in Gamergate. This is why I like Null.
named Mr. Pizza, who made a tweet about how Con is and then was arrested for having child. Thousands.
Okay, so if you didn't catch what he said because there was a lot of censors there. Basically, 10 years ago, there was an individual that said that Lolicon is pedophilia, and that guy got caught with CP on his hard drive. So just letting you know, that's what it is. And apparently, according to Null and old guards of the internet, anytime a Lolicon gets into a fight with somebody, they always reference that. Or they don't reference it by name, but they use that argument being like, well, that guy said that, you know, Lolicon bad, but he was jerking off to real children. Not everyone is like that.
Of years later, in current day, cons will constantly bring this up to say people who are anti-con are the real because just look at Mr. Pizza. I have made this point again, or before, and I'll make it again. If an actual is looking at the shit you off to and say, that's... I will take his expert opinion on it. If he is somebody who actively collects and...
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. If a pedophile looks at your shit and goes, damn, I like that, you're jerking off the pedophile material. That's a good point. Take the professional advice. Listen to the pedophiles. I think that's the first time anyone's ever said, hey, you should definitely listen to a pedophile if they're saying, hey, this looks like something I would jerk off to. That's a good point, Null. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. I never considered that. That's actually a good point.
and produces child, and then he looks at your drawings and says, yeah, that's... I have a feeling he has a point. I don't know why this is brought up as a point against people, because I don't think it says what you think it does. He's also played Lolicon games on stream. I don't know if that's true. Apparently one of his mods is an open Lolicon, and he doesn't ban Lolicons from his community.
Wait, one of his mods is a Lolicon, and then he plays Lolicon games on stream? Oh no, dude. There's too many stars aligning. I'm hearing something. Chat, I'm hearing a dead voice. A dead voice. What's... I'm hearing it. Okay, buddy. Oh no! He's here! Okay, buddy. Nick the Oreo's a fat ass. Nick the Oreo's a fat fuck. Nick the Oreo's a fat fuck. Gator's a good guy. Who is that? Chat, who is that? Who are you, Spectre? Flamenco! Mamenco talking points. Oh, no. There's too many things happening that makes this sound like flamenco. Oh, no.
Which is why he gets brigaded by people who are anti-content. That's why the thread's so shit. And then here's the issue, okay? Because he's very chudly, and because he is pro-libertarian, right? His audience is very anti-whammon.
No, I know. Every single time there's a Lolicon tweet, like being like, hey, Lolicon's evil and it's dangerous and people that jerk off to it are pedophiles. You'll just see it blow up. And there's like hundreds of thousands of comments just being like, well, you're the pedophile. No, you're the pedophile. It's just all projection. It's all hypocritical projection.
So I think, from my understanding, is that he has a very anime stance in general. But then for some reason, he did a stream with Kersha, who is a I guess I would say a medium-sized VTuber. She's not like corporate, but she's not small either. She's
more like indie. She's a part of the anti-woke crowd of people. I know she was getting canceled recently. I don't give a fuck about the VTuber drama sphere. Kershey, I don't care. I don't care. But because Synthetic Man is on the anti-woke, he's got to bring on this anti-woke person for him to gain clout in the anti-woke community. But that's the problem, is that it pisses off his entire fan base that hates anime VTubers. So now he's dealing with two warring factions of a group of completely turbidly online fucks that care about anime tits and anime children. And then he has the other half of his audience, which is terminally online, QAnon, idiots. Like, that's all we got. That's what his whole audience is. It's not like a diverse group of people. It's just like this group of retards and this group of retards. The most insufferable people imaginable crammed into one community.
It's like 1,000 to 2,000 viewers, from my understanding. And she's kind of like Chud aligned. She's probably one of the most aware people in regards to the forum. And so he had her on to talk. And then his audience got really pissed off at him because he had a woman on stream and he had a VTuber on stream.
Oh, yeah. I also forgot. He's also anti-woman, like really hardcore. So it is crazy. That is a good point by Null again. The idea that Synthetic Man, somebody who is vehemently against women, vehemently against sexualization or anything like that, against minority groups and all this shit, brings on a woman. Not only a woman, but a anime woman. Not a great combination to bring onto a channel that you cultivated an audience of people that hate shit like that.
So it was like his audience that didn't like anime was upset at this, and his audience that doesn't like women is upset at this because she's actually like 30, I think.
Oh, I also forgot. All the anime VTuber people hate Kershey. Hate her. I don't know why. She's just like, video games bad. Like, they do all the fucking side scroller talking points.
I want to say she's like a 30-year-old woman, so it's like,
Isn't Synthetic Man massively anti-woman? I don't know if it's because of his black girlfriend cheating on him, okay? But he's anti-woman because the community demands it for the content.
Hag. That's not a heckin' base. So people got upset at that. And then there is a clip that I can play for this. So let's see. April 3rd and May 8th.
Higher than food, not shocking. Actually, this is part of why
Look at this. Wait, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that list. I know you can barely see it, but I'll read it out to you. So, Synthetic Man is polling his chat. Polling the chat of people. Lolly, ? Yes was voted 37%. No is 63%. So he has a significant audience base of his live audience, his active audience, that absolutely hate Lolicon. And then if you just saw from the clip before, he just made an argument pro-Lolicon people do all the time. Not a good combination to do, Synthetic Man.
April 3rd and May 8th.
Higher than food, not shocking. Actually, this is part of why Kiwi Farms is mad at me, too. Do you know Kiwi Farms unironically...
He reads his threads. He reads his threads right there. Right there. That's how you know you read a thread. That's how you spot a thread reader. That's how you spot a thread reader,
these are the regarded people Synthetic Man wanted to pander to.
I know.
Now he's got to pay for it.
That's the best part. Dude, think about that. What you're witnessing here is the birth of a cow. He was already a cow in my eyes, but to the overall internet,
also hate people of color.
He's getting up there now. He's gonna become the next Spoonie. I'm calling it. He'll be the next Spoonie one. Decrepit, sad, angry, pissed off at his audience for not letting him do what he wants to do. It's starting. And all he did was defend Lolicon and basically confirm he reads his own thread.
Ironically wants me to ban all of the cons in my audience. It's like, are you guys retarded?
I do it. It's called the third rail. Like, I'm not like the...
Unironically, if you come to me in my chat and say, hey, I'm pro Lolicon, I will ban you without even hesitation. You will be nuked off of the fucking planet of Earth that is my chat, okay? Think about that next time. If you come to me and go, yeah, man, Lolicon's awesome, I'm banning you almost immediately. I won't even think about it. Won't even... The mods, if I don't catch it and the mods see it, if the mods don't ban you on site, they are fired immediately.
Thought police. I can't control what you do or what you're into, but if you come out and you just flat out say that you're like off Lolicon, like I just have to ban you. That's the third rail.
Oh, dude, no, so based.
Oh, bro.
You know how much money that those people probably giving me? Like,
I refuse to debate people on the lolly question. It's just retarded. I literally find it deplorable, disgusting, and I will never change my fucking mind about it.
I'm gonna ban potentially a third of my live stream audience.
That's not an argument.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's
well, hold on. So this is the thing, right? It is dumb to sit there and expect him to immediately ban all these people. You can't see who voted, anything like that. What I would expect if you wanted to remove this element from your community is that you would ban them if you had a conversation like that and you just get rid of them. You just go, you just knock them out. You don't even say anything. Just immediate, gone. No conversation, no anything. Just, but you won't know. You won't know until they do something like that. So I think it is ridiculous that people are demanding he just start banning people randomly. Unless they poke their heads up, you're not going to know.
It's a bad...
Except for the mod. There is a mod that apparently is a lolicon, and he should ban them immediately. But hey, that's me. Kershey was acting a bit two-faced, but interacting with Synthetic Man, not shocked.
Argument. Jeffrey Epstein could have made that argument. Like, I'm just supposed to, like, oh, you give out. I'm just supposed to ban the third of my, 2/3 of my supporters? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay. The
But
Jeffrey
no,
Epstein joke.
the guy who doesn't even have a Discord, I'm gonna definitely get into trouble because of you guys doing things independently. That has nothing to do with me. If hypothetical...
But the problem is what you're doing right now, Synthetic Man, is that you gave an argument that is basically what every lolicon, libertarian fucking weirdo does. Now, you are polling the chat to see who likes Lolicon and who does not like Lolicon in your chat, and you are upset that people voted no. Then, when people say, hey, you got a sizable portion of your community that's a problem, we're the majority, Synthetic Man goes, well, it's not my problem. The problem is that you have made it your problem because you keep talking about it and keep going on about it. You're making it your own problem. You're acting like a cow, Synthetic Man. You're talking about you're talking like a cow, buddy. It's happening. The transition, you're right on the precipice, and all you need is a little push. And that's where the email comes in that you sent to Null.
One person in my audience is a real and the kid. What does that have to do with me? Absolutely nothing.
Wow, bro. Come the f on.
This read logic.
Okay, listen. If you have definitive proof that somebody in your community has fucked a child, they should be banned immediately. Immediately. They should not be allowed in your live chats. If you have a Discord, they shouldn't be allowed on your Discord. They shouldn't be anywhere. You should not allow that person if you have definitive proof that they fucked a child. You go to the police and you ban them from everything. What? And he goes, yeah, but it's not my problem. You're the one that knows it. This person hangs around your community. You need to do something about that.
I can't stand it. The sanctimonious pricks. They annoy me.
Wait.
They annoy me.
Wait. So he's aware that in the con department of his audience, there are actual getting arrested. And he's still not going to put the kibosh on that. He's not going to say, shut the f up. That's a bad idea. I don't know.
Stream has 42 dislikes. What? 42? No. 42? That's a lot. Oh my god. 42?
You're really stupid. He doesn't say he knows. I'm saying if he did know, you're a retard. It's a retarded hypothetical. You're a retard. And I'm being one guy right now. You need to get your fucking head examined. If I did say that he knew somebody officially 100%, and he's covering it up, I'd be saying Synthetic Man needs to go away with the fucking dinosaurs. His argument is retarded. I said if he knows anyone like that, if he knew that information about somebody and let them be in their community, that's Synthetic Man's fucking problem. You're an idiot. I can't even read your fucking name. Your hieroglyphic ass name. No, don't ban him. He's not doing anything stupid. If he's like, yeah, I like Lolicon, then ban him.
My career's over. Dude, if all 1,000 people who are watching the stream at a time unsubscribed, I would still be at 150K. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, why have I attracted so many narcissists?
Because of your content, how you operate, and the way that you talk about people, and the way that you attack other people. Maybe that's the reasons why. How did you attract so many narcissists? Oh, here's another reason. Anytime you get pushback on a review of yours, which aren't that fucking good and pretty surface level, you crash the fuck out and say that there's like a paid campaign by billion-dollar companies to try and put you down. Like, dude, you made a narcissistic audience because you act like a narcissist. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
How many of you guys have like main character syndrome? If you disappeared tomorrow, it would change nothing.
Yes, same for you as well.
That's a bad thing to say to your audience.
Also, that is a good. I didn't even catch that part. That's actually a good thing. You should never do that. Like, I will tell my audience to fuck themselves. But you guys have been conditioned to know that when I'm joking and when I'm serious. You guys know, okay?
I laughed when you said the wider internet will know he's a cow. Not sure if you're aware a massive chunk of his own audience doesn't.
Oh,
respect
really?
him. They're there only for the unhinged rants. They know.
They know. So then how come I received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments on all my Synthetic Man videos saying he's a genius? I can't tell if they're trolling, if they're fucking serious. Every person that has any sort of criticism for Synthetic Man, it causes the most annoying shit imaginable. So if there's a detractor group that is just watching to watch him, he's going to end up like Spoonie or Phil. I give him... Guys, just think about it. I would give Synthetic Man, I give him probably a year. Half of them are trolling you. Really? That's impressive. You know what? I will give it to those trolls then. I will 100% concede it. Because the comments that you read on his comments section and all the other comments on every other video made about Synthetic Man, it's a little fucking crazy. I've never seen that before. I've never seen like that much like buddy trolling in my life for like thousands of people. So you know what?
Imagine the Synth-A-Log community being just as vicious as the Phil-A-Log is.
That would be a shit show. But you know what? If that's the case, dude, you got me. I'm going to be honest. You guys had me going. I thought this guy had a rabid audience. I like you. I like you trolls. You're funny.
If you tell your audience that you don't give a fuck, they stop watching.
My leftist empathy. Oh, you're on the wrong channel if you think I'm a leftist, buddy.
One of two things will happen.
Oh, God, that's funny.
One of three things, I guess. Either A,
you're funny. I like you.
They'll keep watching and not care, which will be like a third of them. Like another third might actually stop watching, and then the final third will actually keep watching, but because they hate you.
But yeah, hold on, wait. I just remembered. I was trying to say something. The way he operates, and Null's correct, is like I was getting on a point, but I got distracted by the dono. So the thing is, right, is that here's my community as an example. Like, I'll poke fun at you guys. You'll poke fun at me. I'll fucking take the trolls. I'll take people being like saying crazy shit. Like, I don't really care. It's funny to me. I enjoy what I do. I like laughing with you guys at shit. And sometimes you guys make fun of me. I encourage the fact that people don't agree with me on everything. I actually encourage it. In Synthetic Man's case, he can't do that. He doesn't have like that level of communication with his audience and the what's the word I'm looking for? And the tact to be able to understand what the audience is going to say or do or argue with him in a good faith way. And he can have fun with them. He can have fun with them and they have fun with him. No, he doesn't have any of that. It's his way or the highway. And it always is. That's what it looks like every single time that there's ever been a stream in my entire life watching Synthetic Man.
And you'll be like a DSP.
I'm supportive of Palestine. Yeah, man. You know what I'm supportive of? Just glass everything.
Where your audience is just
glass the earth, dude.
Just like hating on you forever.
And that audience, like Null's saying, will splinter off, and you will have a contingent of people that just fucking hate your guts and will go crazy like Darkside Phil. Or you'll have a group of people like this person, Agent Nibbles in chat, telling people that, hey, like your whole community is actually making fun of you behind the scenes, like constantly, and you have no idea about it.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah. So
no, he does. Fun fact: Synthetic Man supports Palestine because Hamas are anti-Semitic. There is no fucking way he said that.
Well, someone in his audience said, or in my chat said, he doesn't focus on unless it's brought up. But it's like,
It's one too many times.
He freaks out and has like a retard fit every single time it's brought up, and it becomes like something that is so incessant that people are now joining like a forum to shit talk him. You should
Jim's got better shit to do.
probably not talk about it at the very least. He should do like literally everything in his power to not talk about it, but yeah, that's weird.
Chris is very woke, except for
If it is brought up and you
this
don't
is a
disavow,
problem that
you're
you guys
done.
know about that.
I mean, I think you can get away with just the libertarian stance where you're just like,
Not really.
I don't like it and I'm suspicious of people who are, but
Would that be considered libertarian? Yeah, I guess, because it's not an extreme. It's not you being like they need to be locked up, run over with trucks, like shot, or the other end of it, which is like all of it should be totally legal. It's totally fine. Like, yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, I would say that's more of a middle of the road centrist more than anything. Libertarian, I think that's, I don't know, maybe I would label it that. I don't know.
I don't want to ban drawing because I think that's my
Because for me, like, if you jerk off to that shit, I literally hate you, and I hope nothing but the worst in your life. And if you support it, you're supporting people getting off on depictions of children as a vice, so that they can get comfortable with it and maybe go out and rape kids themselves. So, like, I don't like you. I don't like you. I want nothing to do with you, and I want you to be fucking thrown in a dumpster somewhere. That'd be great.
stance is that it's
A dumpster, or like a, like a car press.
like I don't want those people around me. I don't want it on my site. I don't trust people who are into it. But I'm very hesitant to say anything that how I can't in my head I can't imagine how you would regulate it without just
You can't regulate it. It's
having
not
like
possible.
a department that looks at con and makes the determination on if it's underage or not. Like I don't see how you could do that. And I don't want to deal with that government overreach because we have con artist Lolcows on the thread. We have people like Shadman, and we document what Shadman does. And that's on the forum, and it's like, how do you like when the government passes a law, like with the recent revenge law, like how do I decide what's public good or not? Because if the government decides it's not public good, then I'm criminally liable for when I think that it is of public interest, and they disagree. Well, if it's the same thing with kind of like if we're documenting Shadman, and I believe that it's of public interest, and they disagree, well, that's criminal liability. So I don't trust the government to regulate it at all. Kershaw loves Shadbase's art. Oof, bad luck, bro.
I do remember when Kershey said that they like Shadman art. I do remember that. I think Shinji was the one that showed it to me. I do agree with this argument here.
I feel like that's the.
Hold on.
It's like I say. It's like if you off to drawings of feet, you're a foot file. If you off to drawings of men butt each other, you're probably gay. Off to children
True.
or drawings of
Probably a
children.
pedophile. You're
What does
probably
that
a
mean?
pedophile. Yeah, what is that?
Well, you just like petite women. Okay. You just like short stacks. Okay. Cope.
Short stack goblins, Vosh moment. Man, if you jerk off the Lolicon, you just think that they're goblins, dude. It's totally fine. I half expect Synthetic Man to do that one day. He's going to get caught with like Lolicon or something. He's going to get caught. It's going to happen. And his audience is going to have a heart attack. And then he's going to go, guys, you don't understand. It's just short stack goblins. Like, he's going to do it. He's going to. It is going to happen. It's only a matter of time till he has a Vosh moment. And that'll be funny. I can't wait to rake in more money with that. That's great. I love it. I can't wait. Oh, man. That'll be a great day for everybody. Let's see here.
bad way to handle all this. I don't know anything about them, but I'm forced to pay attention to it because it's gained like hundreds of pages. And like this is, I kind of want to see what happens if I go to like page 300. This is in February. Page 400. It's April.
Oh, I saw an Andy Pants video.
Last month, it has gotten 250 pages. That's really fast.
That's a very big
I don't know.
thread.
He's obviously doing something where it's not working out well for him.
Yeah, that thread's getting really big. That's an insane
Doesn't
size
Diesel
of a
have
thread.
short-stack goblin art on his coffee store?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't talk to me about that. They aren't kids. You can't forget the autism excuse. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
You can't forget the autism excuse.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, so here we go. This is where shit gets cranked up to 1,000,000, all right? So Null does that quick segment.
Hello, Chris.
Yes.
Have money for your suffering.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So now we're cranking it up to like the 50,000. We're going up another level. So then Null does that brief stream just talking about like, hey, I don't really think this is a good idea the way that you're operating this. And the audience is going to end up hating you, or like a contingent of the audience is going to end up hating you. And you are doing Lolicon arguments. You know what I mean? Just basic criticism. I'm being a little bit more flamboyant about it. Null's being very pointy. He's like, listen, like this isn't good. This isn't good. This is getting worse by the minute. And if you make those kinds of arguments, that's what lolicons and pedophiles do. And like, you're gonna be shocked by what Synthetic Man talks about with Null here.
Head first into this boiling water, not knowing what the fuck I was into. And this week, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And I have a vaguest understanding of things. But in the time since, for whatever reason, the Soyjack people have decided to take an immense interest in Synthetic Man, also called Synthetic Chudman, who does something called the Chudcast, I think. And now that I'm a little bit
Chudcast
more informed, here is what I understand. He is an anti-woke media commentator who does video game and also movie reviews. But I definitely
like movie, TV, stuff like that. He mostly wants to just review food a cock in his mouth.
Definitely video games. And he has acquired an audience which is now turning on him, and that is the foundation of his drama. Because his audience is very chudly, and he's kind of like I guess close to Tim. No, this is hard to say, but kind of like a Tim Pool libertarian, where he's like, you know, I appeal to the right because of my takes, but at the same time, I'm like very laissez-faire minded type. So I have these descriptions I don't necessarily agree with Null. Again, it's because Null doesn't really like cover Synthetic Man very in depth wise. I would just say this guy's like off his fucking rocker, like genuinely, like he's just not all there. Anytime he talks about something personal, or he talks about a show or something or a movie or anything, it's like in the most hyperbolically insane fucking way imaginable to get the most eyes on him. It's kind of like watching white Johnny Somali without the IRL streaming. That's kind of like how I view Synthetic Man. Like, that's how I view him, is like white Johnny Somali, you know, like insanely annoying, constantly wanting people to clip him, threatens people that criticize him or like says he's gonna kill them or whatever, you know, like crazy people shit. Like, that's how I kind of like view Synthetic Man more than anything, but that's just my interpretation of him. A couple clips to kind of lay the groundwork on him, and then I'll talk about what I think happened to kickstart the drama, okay?
And read you's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any of their...
Oh god, his Legend of Zelda review! I remember showing this to Boblax before he became all Mr. Mismanshi, and I was like, ugh. This the Jewish question, the brown people in Legend of Zelda. Oh god, what a keto clip. It's so funny. It's like, it's so insane. It's so insane. Hold on, gotta turn the camera back on. Gets a little wonky.
Rule 34, you know, they're usually sporting a little something extra. Come.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear that during the review last time.
Start the drama, okay?
And read you's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any of their Rule 34, you know, they're usually sporting a little something extra.
Gawk. He's talking about Gawk. Sees masculine woman, immediately thinks, damn, that thing's got a dick, don't it? Wow, I can't believe I didn't catch that last time. Holy shit.
Come. That's why I'm going doing your pussy tonight, Link.
So he's into Fuda. I think that's...
He had a segment in his Zelda review where he goes on a rant about how gay anal sex causes smallpox for literally no particular reason. LMFAO.
No, he did. That's fucking funny. That's so crazy. He's probably said like the craziest shit out of any YouTuber on the platform in like a long fucking time. And like, everyone's just getting kernels and like nuggets and pieces. It's great.
Inarguable.
Do you mean monkeypox or smallpox?
Whoa!
Chris, that character is a minor.
Made fun of enough in school.
We're talking about the Gerudo character. Well, he said the Gerudo in general. I don't want to say he meant the child character. I believe he meant the overall community of the Gerudo, okay? I will be somewhat charitable to that. Listen, man, I'm not a fan of Synthetic Man, but like, I don't know. He said any art of the Gerudo on Rule 34. Exact words. Replay the clip.
And read you's a Gerudo, and if you've seen any...
Nope. Okay, I was wrong. I was so wrong. You fucking got me, dude. You got me. You were right. Fuck! I tried being charitable, dude. I tried. You can't say I didn't try, okay? You can't say I didn't try. You can't say it. People are like, oh, Chris is such a charitable, grifting fucking retards. I just tried and lost miserably. Like, fuck. I tried.
If they're Rule 34, you know they're usually sporting a little something extra.
I said I was wrong. I'm holding the L. I'm holding the L on that one. I'm holding the L. Oh no, come on, dude. I tried. $10 from Pigeon. Bro was unironically looking Rule 34 lolly food porn for a Zelda review. He's truly dedicated to the craft. So dedicated he wants to see his video. See his video games, more specifically God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. Didn't he also say that he was like pissed off that there was like no love scene or something between Atreus and the girl? Didn't he also have an issue with that? Who can find me that clip? It's specific. It was specific. It was on EFAP that they caught it. If somebody could find me that clip, I'd appreciate it.
That's why I'm going doing your pussy tonight, Link.
So he's into Fuda. I think that's inarguable. I want to say it's not an allegation that he outright talks about being...
No, he outright talks about it, Null. Like, outright. He screams it from the rooftop. He pretty much said he wanted to get railed and pegged by Abby from The Last of Us 2.
Into Fuda. And there's another clip of him where he explains how...
He said something about eugenics in them. I wouldn't be shocked.
The problem with anime is that anime, because it's a fantasy, can make anything look good, including girls with penises. So he says that girls with penises are very hot, but only in anime, where they're like...
He said what? That's cap. That's so cap. That's a cope. That's hard cope. He's jerking off the transport. There's no way he's not, dude. There's no way he's not. He's a chaser, bro. He's a secret chaser. Nobody goes, yeah. Hermaphrodite pornography is only hot with anime. No one says that it isn't into it real. That's not a real thing. Yo, here you go. Of what? Oh my god.
He doesn't show any sexual interest in her whatsoever.
Yeah.
She's a child,
Please
bro.
Stop.
He doesn't show any sexual...
Please stop. Hold on. It won't let me...
He doesn't show any sexual interest in her whatsoever.
Yeah.
She's a child, bro. They're the last two of the species, dude, and it's ancient Norse. Okay, someone educate this blank slate. These are ancient times that the fucking age of consent didn't exist.
That comment did not age well. Does Null know about this clip? Does Null know?
He doesn't show any sexual interest in her whatsoever. She's a child, bro. They're the last two of the species, dude, and it's ancient Norse. Okay, someone educate this blank slate. These are ancient times that the fucking age of consent didn't exist.
Oh, dude, America needs to burn down if this is the kind of person that we're like fucking platforming is like the savior of the white race or something. We need to burn.
Properly women, but with penises, and trannies in real life are disgusting to him. So he's kind of like that meme where it's like, I love Fuda, but I would never, ever, ever, ever fuck a tranny, I promise. And this, of course, is...
Just to check we're not in ancient times still.
Yeah, crazy, right? You know, I'm streaming to you from two rocks that I rubbed together in a piece of wood.
I remember Smuddy got put that the IFAP guys don't really care about the culture war.
Yeah, he got butt mad about that. He pretty much said that he would like... Didn't he threaten Rags, too? Didn't he threaten Rags? I could have swore Synthetic Man threatened Rags.
Led to some contention amongst his fans, who, as someone running something called the Chudcast, you might expect them to be a little bit more conservative than that.
How long before he defends Horsecock? It's probably on the horizon. It's probably on the horizon. You don't think it was a threat? He said he called Rags a slur. Okay, so it wasn't a threat. He was just like, I want to call Rags like a or something. Like, that's probably what he was going. Like, whatever. Like, who cares? He threatened to come on the show and scream racial slurs to get EFAP banned. I don't know why. Mahler and the guys are like the most chill group of people.
Yeah, I have listened to some ASMR recently, I won't lie. Wrong. I had to read this one out because this is literally like one of the most pseudo-intellectual comments I've ever...
The fuck is that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Synthetic Man in a Dead Space remake stream said they're replacing white people because a fake ad in the far background race swapped a nobody NPC.
Amazing. He's so smart.
Wrong. I had to read this one out because this is literally like one of the most pseudo-intellectual comments I've ever read in my life. Like, this guy is 90 IQ tops.
No.
More likely.
No,
probably
no,
85.
no. What is that? Gentle nurse helps you sleep while you're sick. ASMR in his recommended. This is the ASMR girl of age. I don't like whatever. It's just so weird. It's so weird, dude. It's so weird. Oh, he has Cameron's video in the recommended. Oh, that sucks. What else? He's also got Sargon of Akkad. Looks like there's another anime thing. Shizu manga. He dumps his abusive girlfriend.
He didn't want to go on to IFAT because of their associations with Rags and JXI.
Oh,
AKA
got it.
an F slur and a trans person.
Got it.
More likely, probably 85.
It's so weird. I hate ASMR. I hate it so fucking much.
So he got caught in 4K with the anime ASMR VTuber in the recommendations, and then when gently prodded, if he had been watching ASMR,
Gently prodded. He was getting fucking trolled.
he kind of admitted that yes, he was. So, if Pillow Deer ASMR is your Oshi, you share an Oshi with the Synthetic Man, this guy. And then this is what's causing him some frustration with his audience. This kind of stuff.
Also,
So apparently, Palworld, the Pokemon knockoff game, released a companion game that's a dating simulator, from my understanding, and he's talking about that.
No.
On this.
they
Forget about
pussied
this shit.
out. They didn't put the lolly in. They're scared.
That's actually worse than what I thought he was gonna say. That's actually worse than what I thought he was gonna say. I thought it was worse. I thought it was that is worse. That is worse than what I thought. I'm like fucking brain broken right now. Hold on. We just have to listen to it again. Just listen again. Listen again. I'm not gonna say anything.
From my understanding, and he's talking about that on this.
They
Forget about this
pussied
shit.
out. They didn't put the lolly in. They're scared. I don't know if you.
That might be for the best.
Hold on, tell me. Since you don't know Palworld, you probably haven't seen this. Actually, it's in my thumbnail for my Palworld review, so you can just fucking click that. But hold on. I will show this. I'll show this on the stream really quick. But there's a character.
What is it called?
Dazzy, D-A-Z-Z-I. Let's see. There's a character that is basically a lolly on a cloud, and so they did not put that in the dating sim.
I posted
wonder
it
why.
in Discord. Told me if you want to see it.
Oh damn! All right.
Yes. Oh, Nicandros. You have no idea, dude. He wants to get railed by Abby from The Last of Us 2, bro. He thinks the idea of a hermaphrodite is like hot. But he only thinks anime hermaphrodites are hot, not real hermaphrodites. So he's not gay. Okay, Nicandros, that's the cope. That's the cope. Now he's talking about not being upset that there's no lolly in the Palworld dating simulator. This dude is cooked. He's cooked.
Devin's fist.
Oh, I'm seeing some uh-ohs in chat. I've been told after my last stream that means nothing at all, and if you think that it does,
I see someone in chat. Food a folder.
you're the pedophile.
So that's what chat wanted.
Gay?
I'm not answering that.
That's what chat wanted to just ask him. To be honest. Okay.
Okay, so there's that. My understanding is that he has that pro art expression take, and it's kind of grinding with his audience. He's not ever come out and said that he's a lolicon,
Oh, are they gay? I don't know.
but he has like not disavowed it, which is pissing people off. Now, when I talked about this, I mostly focused on that because I couldn't really understand what was happening. And when I talked about that, someone who's actually banned from, I don't know if she's banned or not, but she despises me because she says that I'm a feminist.
Oh, hooray! One of Null's haters got a Synthetic Man to crash out.
Starts a convo like that. I just tuned into the stream and now there's Loli.
Oh wow! Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to learning about Synthetic Man.
He is apparently a fan
Fighting Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms.
of this guy, and sent him money to try and provoke a response. And Synthetic Man, being somebody who has
Because he does the same thing that like all lolcows do. They have to respond to anything in front of them. They can't just be like, yeah, I'm not going to answer. Or, that's a stupid question. They have to engage with it, and they have to crash out about it.
incredible self-preservation instinct, decided to take a $1 super chat from a retard. And
It was a $1 super chat. He crashed out over $1. If that's not a lolcow, I don't know what is.
just go off on it. You ready? This is a response to my last stream talking about him.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how
he's only seen your clips talking about Lolly. He says you're using libertarian arguments. All right, maybe Null does want to fuck little boys. If all he's
That's how you speed run your career right there. That's how you speed run your career. It's over. It's so over. It's so over. It's so over. Bro, he's fucked. It's rest in peace, Synthetic Man. You had a good run, buddy. You had a good run, but now
arguments. All right, maybe Null does want to fuck little boys. If all he's thinking about all the time is it's like
You hear that awkward laugh? That's the laugh of somebody who just realized that he cannot put that genie back in the bottle, and he is now on my fucking shit list forever.
I love that Null. I love that Null's just like, yeah, that's how he knows that he fucked up. He can't put that genie back in the bottle. He can't put that genie back in the bottle. It's over. Like you're on his shit list that he puts Keffels on now, dude.
either he hates Lolly because he wants to touch real kids, or he hates Lolly because he wants to touch little boys instead. Like, legitimately, out of all the things that I've said over the years, my opinions on Lolly are the bottom of significance. Not even fucking close to...
Doesn't matter. You still had an opinion on it, spoke about it, and used Lolicon talking points. It is now something that is attached to you as your opinion. People are going to focus on that care about that opinion, and criticize you for that opinion. That is the problem. Everything else gets pushed to the wayside when people zero in on something that collectively the normal people in the world all agree with. And Lolicon is degenerate. It's wrong. It's pedophilic.
If I had to rank all the most important opinions I've ever said over the course of my channel, my non-committal answer on Lolicon is like in the bottom, I don't know, 50, bottom 10, bottom...
You see that right there? That's called deflection. That's called, guys, I have way more opinions on other things. How come people have a problem with this thing? Oh, that's your first mistake. Oof, that's your problem. It's over, bro.
20, like, this is retard shit. This is 100% retard shit. Like, I know that, I'm sure to him that I'm basically irrelevant. That's fine.
Yeah, also the whole non-committal thing, totally not real. He committed to it. He committed to an argument. Send this to Fertanga. Fertanga already knows, probably.
I don't think I'm important in, like, a literal sense. But that is stupid. That is goddamn stupid. I just gotta be honest. Like, out of all the things to look up for the synthetic man, it's Lolly opinions. Yeah, he's autistic 1,000%. You get 1,000%.
No, I don't know Frit, but I've had interactions with him in the past. I know some people who know him.
Autism in this case, by the way. I'm not sure if he says anything else. But my autism.
Yeah, I'm sure he's mad that I don't ban 30% of my fans.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, right. Which is totally what a smart person would do.
Again, that's not the argument that anyone's making. The argument that was being made is that you made a libertarian fucking argument in regard to Lolicon, which sounds like every other fucking pedophile in Lolicon on the planet. Then when you get pressed on it, do a fucking poll, find out the majority of your audience hates it, you crash out over it. Then when you are pressed on that, if you are brought up and it's like, hey, and you use the example, well, if there was a guy in my community that raped kids and I know about it, you know, like, that has nothing to do with me. That guy raped kids. What do I have to do anything about it? It's like, sure, but if you are aware of it, that person's in your community, you should ban that person. This is why these arguments and these opinions are really fucking bad. And your audience that comes to you looking for opinions that they agree with because you created an audience of people that specifically only care about that, and they don't like it, is going to cause problems. And if you keep responding to shit, you're going to keep falling deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the Lolcow cycle, which is happening in real time. Because now you're picking a fight with Null, calling him a pedophile. Because Null said, I don't really like how he's handling this. It's not looking good. And he did a libertarian argument, and I don't agree with it.
So here's the awesome thing. Really awesome thing. As I pointed out, he seems to have a lot of people enjoying their OOs in the chat, right? And he's saying that it would be a terrible business decision for him to ban people who are just openly talking about child erotic in his chat as he discusses Lolicon. It would be a bad business decision. Obviously, taking the Medicare route where you never piss off your own audience. You never speak against your own audience because they're the ones who support you. You never break that golden rule. Never, ever go against your own audience, even if they're talking about, child belly erotic. Never do that, chat. So, after this, he apparently walked it back a little bit, and then...
No. Viceos, thanks $2. A real man apologizes when he's done wrong. I honestly don't think I was very in the wrong. What I was in the wrong for was grossly exaggerating. Like, I got way too angry. But
yeah, you had a Spurg moment, and you called the owner of the largest gossip forum on the internet a pedophile. It doesn't go very well when you start doing stuff like that.
I got angry because of the accumulation of all the bad shit that's been happening, you know? Like, I realized...
The bad shit is, and again, this is a very secondhand rehashing, but I understand, is that even though, like, apparently according to him, 1/3 of his chat is child belly erotic enthusiasts, there's another significant chunk that is very anti-anime, anti-VTuber, and he had a VTuber on his stream where apparently he did, like, a 180 and started, instead of, being critical of her, he was very supportive, or not critical enough, and that caused a lot of his audience to call him a simp, and that blew up in his face. So now he's kind of torn between 1/3 of his audience really likes child belly erotic, and the other third is like, why are you talking to these people that you should despise on your podcast and something for them? So he's kind of torn between that. He's trying to figure out how to appease both sides.
He wasn't that harsh on me compared to other figures, but
you can't appease both sides in that moment. That's the thing that Synthetic Man's like not understanding. You can't appease both sides. You're going to piss these people off, especially with the argumentation that you made. And the majority of your audience hates it. So the right business decision would just be like, guys, I get it. I am going to just straight up ban anybody that says anything pro lolly in my chats moving forward because it is wrong. Like that, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. Like you just got to rip the band-aid
Almost
off.
400 viewers, 74 likes. Do it for our Fav game man.
Okay, fuck you.
Then after, so he reads the $1 super chat from a retard and lights up, and then he actually listens to what I said, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just kind of paying attention to this because it's happening, and I'm trying to like form an understanding of what's going on, and that's kind of what I pray. And then he's like, oh fuck, he didn't actually call me a pedophile or anything. he just kind of just filled in the gap, like he assumed that if I was talking about him, I must be calling him a pedophile, so therefore he's just going to say whatever the fuck he wants. And then he watched it, he's like, oh, I'm actually retarded. Okay, I got you.
Again, it was the principle.
It still doesn't really help. Like it's good that you acknowledge the fault. The problem is that there's no like, I'm sorry at the beginning of this. It being like, hey, I'm sorry to Null. Took it way too far. You could have just said, I'm sorry. I understand, but what you did is you didn't say the words, I'm sorry. You are prefacing it with excuses.
That I was vastly misrepresented because of his personal crusade against Lolicon, right? Where I was wrong was me calling him a pedo and that he wants to fuck little boys or whatever. That's where I fucked up. But I'd say...
At least you owned the fuck up, buddy.
Imagine saying that.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works. You can't put the genie back in the bottle on that one.
Accidentally called this guy. I said he fucked little boys, and I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, how do you make that mistake? That was like your go-to. That when you hear about somebody saying something you don't like, you're like, you know what? Oh, here. Oh man, I'm never gonna be able to find this, and any search query that I'm going to put into Google to try and find this clip is a disaster. It's like the that Rockstar game about interrogating people, where one of the options for like a mob boss is, do you like fucking little boys, Varez? Like that should not be your... Actually, I think what's even funnier about that is that that's the only way to actually proceed in that interrogation. Like that's the correct option to take. Yeah, LA Noir. There's a scene where you can accuse some mob boss of, you like fucking little boys. Like this guy, he picked the wrong option basically. He tried to be going against like Valdez, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
It was justified on my end. You know, I mean, if you literally, your podcast exists and your entire website exists to talk about drama on the internet, and I have the most active thread on Kiwi Farms.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Just because you have the most active thread on Kiwi Farms, if you are in the midst of drama and your audience is currently pulling itself apart and you're getting pissed off about it and you constantly crash out about it, then you call the owner of Kiwi Farms a pedophile, that is drama. Like, it doesn't matter if you have the most best thread in the fucking world. There are people that are going to take umbrage with that.
5 minutes to just look up what the drama was about.
I tried. Even now, I still don't understand it. I read through the OP and everything. My understanding is that he's having like a fan revolt, in part because of the child belly people, and then also because of his appearance with a VTuber that he apparently had disavowed in the past, and it's causing like a conflict. And now he's like really resentful that his audience is not like keeping it on lock and supporting.
Yes, because that's all. He gets pissed off anytime people aren't immediately 100% on his side. This has happened multiple times. He can't take a nuanced approach to things. It has to be the ultimate extreme every single time, no fucking quarter. That is his problem. And that is why people make fun of him. That is why people talk about him as a fucking cow, as somebody that shouldn't be taken seriously, because he is a retard. He does this shit now. Sure, maybe he did it back in the day for the lulz, but now he takes it seriously because he has cultivated an audience of people that take it seriously. He's the one that fucked up.
Like you would hope for.
You know what I mean? Like, again, I overreacted. I shouldn't have said what I said. Do I need to explain like what the issue is? It's kind of ridiculous, don't you think?
Yeah. How about that? How about this? Instead of calling me a pedophile as your immediate reaction, why don't you explain what the fuck is happening in a language I can understand? So after this, by the way, he sent me an email And I didn't
This is amazing. This email is so good.
post this first, so I thought it was inconsequential, but I'll read it because apparently this is, if Saber Spark gets an S, this is an F. So he contacts me and says, normally I would never do this, but I'd like to apologize for my behavior on stream yesterday.
At least he apologized to Null directly. I could give that much to him. Still not going to be helpful, but he, you know, at least he apologized, I guess. But the public statement, however, is not the same in the beginning as it is in this email, but okay.
Where there's no excuse for calling you a pedophile and saying that you want to fuck little boys. Yeah, there's not. So clearly, I'm overreacting because of the other drama related to my channel. As for Ranger Boo's comments, I didn't actually believe them, which is why I was hesitant to comment on her super chat, but you did it anyways. If you're not if someone super chats me to say like,
wait a minute, he said what?
Overreacting because of the other drama related to my channel. As for Ranger Boo's comments, I didn't actually believe them, which is why
you didn't actually believe them. Then why did you crash out and call Null a pedophile then? What is the point of doing that? If you didn't believe the $1 super chat, why would you respond in such a vitriolic manner and immediately jump to, this guy's a pedophile? Why would you do that? If you didn't believe it, you wouldn't have read it and crashed out. You'd been like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to check out what Null said. That sounds crazy. I can't believe he said that. Like, versus, yeah, Null does this. Like, one reaction is not like the other.
I was hesitant to comment on her super chat, but you did it anyways. If you're not if someone super chats me to say like, XYZ is a pedophile, I don't think I'll read that. Like, you know, I don't think I would read that, or I'd read it verbatim. I wouldn't just like agree with it. Okay, so that's the paragraph. And then apparently the rest of this is irrelevant as an apology, okay? The reason I was pissed is because my extremely parasocial fans exploded on me for being nice to a VTuber. That is literally it. I know it's not worth your time to go through them, but you can check the VODs and people have re-uploaded. My drama had nothing to do with Lolicons, my opinion on drawings. People have informed me of your past as an HN mod, so I understand your personal disgust with the issue. That has nothing to do with me. My opinion on Lolly has been public for years. No, this is all because I felt remote.
It doesn't matter if your opinion on Lolly has been public for years. People are now paying attention to the opinion that has been public for years. And that feeds into the cycle of people finding out more and more and more and more and more crazy shit about you. More and more and more shit that people don't agree with you on. And figuring out, hey, this guy's actually a fucking loser. Like, it doesn't matter how long ago it was at this point. People are going to drag it up. When you do the Lolicon argument, that shit follows you for the rest of your life. Let me see here. What was the other part? The whole like, oh, they hate me because they brought a VTuber on. Well, that's the community that you cultivated, buddy. I don't know what to tell
for being
you.
an asshole to a VTuber, Kirsha. Oh my, honestly, I can't get the fuck away from her at this point. Publicly, who I promised privately that I wouldn't do exactly that just 3 days prior. See, the issue is that Kirsha is like one of the like, it's like Chud adjacent, but is also independent. So there are chains on all the other VTubers, and they can't make appearances willy-nilly without agency approval. But Kirsha can do whatever the fuck she wants, and I guess because of the novelty of it, a lot of people like Synth just invite her on, and then it becomes drama because it's like a whirlwind of
yeah, it's like literally just watching a man trip and constantly hit his face on a rake,
like fucking chaos around these people. That's literally it. I know it's not worth your time, but wait, that public Ali. Is that how you spell that? It's not just publicly. Public Ali. That's a typo. Okay.
Okay. No.
Who I had promised privately that I wouldn't do exactly that just 3 days prior. Yeah, I mean, when you go from I'll never ever talk to the anime girl on stream to here's the anime girl, I think she's pretty cool now. I imagine that some people are gonna get some whiplash from that shit. That's literally it. People blew up a simple ethical dilemma and some cringy words. I'm not sure if you've seen the whoa mama shit. It's the most active spread.
I love that he constantly tries to like downplay the drama that he puts himself in. Every time Synthetic Man picks a fight, starts drama, or is in drama, he always has to try and find a way to like downplay it instead of just being like, bro, I'm gonna move on from this. He can't let it go. He's got to do other shit. He's got to crash out on stream. He's got to argue with people in chat. He's got to argue with comments. He's got to talk about publicly on any platform he can. He has to email Null.
Kiwi Farms. My fans are fucking pathetic. I talked to Kirsha privately.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Certain somebody's very angry at his community and called them pathetic. If you're a Synthetic Man fan, you're considered pathetic from the words of his own mouth. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. If you're a fan of Synthetic Man, you're now considered pathetic by your favorite YouTuber. That's gotta sting, don't it?
About content creator related stuff, but I'm not delusional simp. I have no intentions to try and date her or whatever retarded shit people are saying. So I got doxxed by my own fans because they think I chose a woman over them. Yes, it's actually that fucking gay and retarded. For the record, I support the existence of Kiwi Farms. I'm not going to ask you to remove the info or anything. I know how this works. I won't waste any more of your time on my personal drama, especially when it's boring and blown out of proportion by bad actors. Just know that I'm sorry. Let my anger get the best of me. I said some stupid edgy shit like I always do. Me and you.
That's just, oh god, just straight keks, bro. Just straight keks.
We're actually pretty similar in our beliefs on a lot of things. We both had trainings try to shift in our lives. I'm not going to ask to show up on many for you to guess my podcast. I'm just interested in resolving the conflict. You know, as per usual, in my responses, I go down and think like a judge. Here's a tip. If you ever want me to respond to something in your email, make sure it's the very first thing that you write, because the chances are when I respond, I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to respond to that and nothing else, because that is simply my way of responding to things. And when people
I love this. I won't waste more of your time with my personal drama, especially when it's boring and blown out of proportion by bad actors. It's always bad actors. It's never just like the actions of the individual and not recognize and refusing to recognize that his own community is turning against him because a significant group of his audience does not like this shit. It's always bad actors. It's never an introspective look. He's talking like Anissa. It's bad actors, bad actors, bad actors.
Apparently, it really, really drives people up the wall that I do this, but I'm like a judge, okay? I get to point one that...
I'm sorry, excuse me, what did you just tell me in chat? Anissa Jamha has a subreddit with 7 people, including Anissa and one dude posting. Anything funny on there?
Passes the sniff test, and that's where I'm putting my motion down, okay? So you better make sure that's the first fucking thing I see. I respond saying, you have managed to get people to call me a gay pedophile involved in sex trafficking children in foreign countries, so I'm not particularly sympathetic.
Wait, what? You have managed what? You have managed to get people to call me a gay pedophile? I'm not calling Synthetic Man a pedophile. I am saying Synthetic Man argues like a pedophile would in regard to Lolicon. He is not a pedophile. There's no evidence of him jerking off to Lolicon. There's no evidence of him fucking children, okay? Involved with sex trafficking children in foreign countries. So I'm not particularly sympathetic, so that whole apology at the beginning is just gone now, huh?
I respond saying, you have managed to get people to call me a gay pedophile involved in sex trafficking children in foreign countries, so I'm not
Oh, wait, no. That was Null emailing him back. Okay, my bad. That's Null responding to him. I thought that was a continuation of the email. Okay, so Null... My bad, I misread that. Okay, so that was Null's response. You've managed to get people to call me a gay pedophile involved in sex trafficking children in foreign countries. So I'm not particularly sympathetic. That is based by Null.
Particularly sympathetic. When she says, that can't be unusual for you by now.
Okay, so this is Synthetic Man's response to that.
What a line. What a line, buddy boy.
That can't be that unusual for you by now, lol. What? Dude, what? So Synthetic Man's just being like, well, bro, you get called this shit like all the time. You should just be used to it. Like, dude, you get called a fucking grifting retard and you crash out about it like every 12 minutes. Shouldn't you get used to it by now? Like, fucking Christ.
That's
nothing interesting on Anissa's sub. Not even her OnlyFans.
There's just nothing interesting. I wouldn't want to see the OnlyFans. I'd rather kill myself.
You righted that ship, motherfucker. For what it's worth, I've never mentioned anything about sex trafficking. Those are just my psychotic parasocial fans and haters who are two sides of the same coin that I'm sure...
Wow, psychotic parasocial fans. Fans and haters are two sides of the same coin. Are they, though? Like, people that hate you, sure, you could call them, like, obsessive anti-fans. But, like, they're doing it to, like, fuck with you and, like, hate you, okay? A fan is somebody that, like, actually gives a shit about your well-being and wants to see you succeed, and they watch you because they like you. They're not watching you to see your downfall, buddy. This is like a Wings of Redemption sort of argument back in the day. This is crazy. I'm not really asking for your sympathy, but if you like to make me an official if you like me to make an official statement on stream or something to that effect, I could do it. I might not seem like it, but I'm much more mature and stable person offline. Then why aren't you that when you're online? Here's my question. If you're a very mature and stable person, why not be mature and stable online as you are offline? Like, you could have fun. You could have, like, you could say edgy shit all day long, yada, yada, yada. But in the live streams, there's something weird about it. Anytime Synthetic Man gets any pressure about his public perception, it never ends well. It never ends well. You live at home and you're almost 30, dude. Like, you're not that well adjusted. Let's just be real here.
You already know. I'm not really asking for your simpies, but I would like you to make an official statement on stream, or if you would, or something to that effect. I might not seem like it, but I'm a much more mature and stable person offline. I can run my mouth without getting in trouble either way. I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't need like a response. Like, I'm not asking for like a retraction. It's just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that? However, the response to this, which I wasn't expecting, is that a lot of people started making fun of his fans because he's obviously dumping ass on them. And in particular, Kobe Goldstein for 5...
No fucking way, dude. No way someone donated him money to talk about the email. What does the email say?
Sterling Pound says, Sorry to bring the drama, but why did you call us pathetic in an email to Joshua Moon? You have a very dedicated fan base, and they're trying to annoy you.
It's starting. Oh god, the domino effect is just getting worse by the minute. Oh, it's getting. Oh, the second domino fell. Oh no. Oh no, the second domino fell.
Coaxius wants him a ban is incoming. Justin Jones says G-Tab. Andrew says who? Fluffer says oh boy. Otter says you had it coming. Giga Doomer says who is Josh Moon? Malazko says lol the name. I guess like Goldstein. And then the chat summary is viewers are discussing a recent.
You do realize like when people are super chatting you shit, like that's a fan asking you like what's going on. Maybe sometimes a troll. But in Synthetic Man's case, I can't imagine that the majority of his audience are like just there to troll him and fuck with him. I can't imagine that. It's like, sure, there might be a contingent of them, but not to like a degree like Dark Side Phil, you know? I'm more on the line that was like a legitimate super chat, like asking him what's going on. And they were like, what are you talking about? Because I assume that people that watch Mad at the Internet watch Synthetic Man. Like, I wouldn't be shocked by that within the context of like how they operate themselves, in the context of how they look at overall media in the United States. Not in the Lolicon stuff, okay? Not in that whatsoever. What I am saying is like, oh, the DEI and all that shit. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm totally wrong and that's just a troll chat. But I don't know. I kind of have a weird sneaking suspicion that people watch Synthetic Man, who watch Andy Pants, who watch Null, who watch Jim. All these guys kind of like have the same kind of roundabout audience.
Apology email from the streamer and their thoughts on the current minimum wage and cost of living. Some viewers are sharing their own experiences with earning money and living experiences. Okay. He said he was sorry. Let's see what happens now.
Kobe Goldstein, thanks £5. Sorry to bring up drama. Why'd you call us pathetic in the email to Joshua Moon? Some of you are pathetic, let's be real. You have a very dedicated fan base. Yeah, and some are, and a significant number of you are dedicated to hating me now. Interesting. I'm not trying to annoy you.
Ooh. That's the DSP argument. He's on the first stage of Phil. Synthetic Man, you could still turn it around. You could still turn it around, bro. You're on the first stage. You're on the first stage. This is Dark Side Phil coded right here. Oh no. We're watching another Phil be born into the world. A video game channel, video game reviewer, says crazy shit. We're watching another Phil. All he has to do is beg for money now. And then boom, he's Dark Side Phil too. I kind of hope he doesn't turn it around either so I can keep farming money off of him. It's fucking funny. I don't care to say that. Money's great, but like I'm very honest about my opinions about why I do this shit. But like, come on. Like, bro, you're sounding like Phil.
Well, I'm not surprised that revealed the emails.
Oh, he's. Oh, now we've turned Null into the F slur. Got it.
Yeah.
Also, what did you expect? Here's my thing, right? What do you expect? Emailing the head of the largest drama gossip forum in the world that you and him are having a beef together. What did you expect that was going to happen? Did you think that Null was just going to be like, yeah, bro, I'll keep it private? Are you kidding? You called him a pedophile. How did you not think that this would not get leaked? How is it that the first thing optically, it's like, okay, listen, I know I'm in beef with Null right now. I'm just going to email him. I know it's already going to be on the farms by tomorrow. Like, just fine, let it happen. Instead, he calls Null the F slur, like pretending like he didn't expect that to happen.
You know, he's a fat bitch.
Like, he's just like, oh, I'm not surprised. Yes, you are. You're surprised. The way you're responding tells me you're surprised.
Bitch and all that, who has a non-functioning penis. And that's his own, that's something he admitted.
I think that this guy.
Wait a minute. I heard an Ethan Ralph-ism.
Cough on the air and, oh no, I hope it's not.
Dude, we just heard an Ethan Ralph-ism.
The emails, given that, you know, he's a fat bitch and all that, who has a non-functioning penis.
Now, that has been talked about, okay? I'm not even going to pretend to cover that up. The thing is, though, is that anytime that people get into beef with Null, they end up becoming significant lolcows, okay? And one of them in particular is Ethan Oliver Ralph Rateau of the illustrious Kill Stream. I can't do the PPP version of Ralph. It's impossible. But, like, anytime that Ralph gets mad at Null, if you know anything about the Ralph sphere of stuff, there are three things that Ralph does. Begs for Null's attention, then calls Null a pedophile, then says Null's dick doesn't work because he doesn't get pussy. Synthetic Man, after calling Null and then getting mad and raging out and then saying Null's dick doesn't work, Doesn't that sound like a certain fucking
Hey, will
rage
Internet
pig?
Explorers be on iTunes? Would love to have it on my iPod.
I don't know. You gotta talk to Diesel. He's the one that manages this shit. I'm just the guy that shows up, bro.
And that's his own. That's something he admitted.
I think that this guy is a couple drinks away from being Ethan Ralph. You know, and maybe
Null seeing it, bro. Null seeing it. No. It's happening. It's happening.
be time to sacrifice synthetic Shadman, to the corn to appease the gods so that we can have a bountiful harvest.
The harvest has been declared, chat. The harvest has been declared. Did you hear that? The corn harvest has been declared. Like when Null called for the corn harvest of Ralph, Synthetic Man's harvest has been declared. Collect all the clips. Start making content. Get in now when you're going to be flamenco level of numbers when Ralph was crashing out. Synthetic Man's the next one up. The corn, chat. The harvest is upon us.
Because I'm getting some echoes of the past in these streams, which is kind of like, you know, if you have a self-preservation instinct, you should usually think before you speak. And I get a lot of shit for that. People say I talk so slow. It's like, well, I'm trying to think about what I'm saying. I am on stream. These things are being recorded. There are thousands of people listening to me talk. I better make sure that when I say something, I'm not going to instantly regret it and cause ripples of contempt and hatred that are going to echo.
Yeah, that's just straight up called optics, buddy.
Go back to me. So I don't know, buddy. Just from one internet guy to another. Feels like a bad idea. I'm not saying that you can't pick a fight with me, but the way of going about it.
Oh, you can even see the chats. Corn curse. The corn curse. The corn time, baby. It's happening. The harvest will be bountiful.
Again, look at that. It's like, it's not my fault I called you a pedophile. I was simply reading a super chat and put no thought into it before I responded. It's not,
Suffer, Synthetic Man. Suffer.
not my fault that I called you all retards and pathetic in my email. I just assumed it wouldn't be public. You know, it's like, that's not a valid excuse for doing that. You are talking about your fans like they're scum of the earth.
That is
maybe
true.
don't say that to people. And that's something.
Maybe don't try to say that privately and then obviously to the biggest head of the drama fucking farms. Hey, man, this will totally be private. How did you think about that? That's like the most retarded fucking thing imaginable. If I sent an email to Null, I am already anticipating that shit's going on the farms if I'm beefing with Null. Which I hope to never beef with Null. I'm solid, dude. I got no beef with Null.
That was offline, by the way. He says that he's just not good at thinking on his feet, which is a very, very important.
Well, hold on. Not thinking on his feet and then crafting an email to you are two totally different things, man. Two totally different things.
Skill for anybody who's live on anything, because there are times where you have to come up with reactions on the spot. It's part of the job, so you better be good at that skill. But that was an email. He wrote that in an email. He had time to sit down and think
he gets it. He gets what
he had to say and how to compose his thoughts, how to organize his thoughts so that they were the most impactful, the most meaningful, and the most persuasive, and best representing his perspective and his thoughts and feelings. And he chose, with all that benefit, to how, when, and why, and where to say things, to say very specifically that his fans are fucking retards. So I guess it's true. I guess that's what he actually thinks. Because what else would I believe? That he made a mistake then when he wrote an email? He didn't have to write an email.
He wrote the email just to like basically the whole reason for the email, and we all know it, Null knows it. It's just to like placate the Kiwi Farms. It's literally just to placate it. To get them to stop looking into him. That's what this is. That is what this specific situation is a desperate, sad attempt by Synthetic Man to get Null off of his back. That is what it was. And he didn't expect that email to go public.
He is a big hypocrite. I used to watch him. Interesting. He's a React streamer. He just has to go whoa. I think he just has to go uh-oh based off what I've seen in his chat. I think that's what they're really looking for. Anyways, so that's the Synthetic Man drama. I hope I have covered this a little bit more.
All right, so Null did well here. I think Null handled himself well. You know, he's done this forever, so of course he's going to handle it well. I think Synthetic Man is just cooked. The harvest is upon us, chat. Can we get some corn in chat? Chat, can I see a bunch of corn in chat? It's time. It's time for the corn harvest. It's time, chat. It's time.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you, Core, for doing the editing. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Check out the link in the description for the Lolcow trading card game. There's a brand new pack called Series X. That pack has my card in it, the tipster cards as well. On top of that, there's a bunch of other cast of characters in there. And we're also working towards an ultimate goal for that. So make sure you guys click on the link below. We're going to try and upload daily here and do live streams pretty often. So make sure you stick around and hit that like button. Thanks, guys.